and welcome to Decades, the show that tests the reach of millennial knowledge. I'm your host, Anna Kabis. Let's meet the players. Tell us your name, age, and major.
I'm Jared, I am 21, and I am a film major.
Ooh. I'm Deanna, I'm 20, and I'm a psychology and JLC major.
I'm Amanda, I'm 20 as well, and I'm a PR and StratCom major.
All right, there are 3 contestants, so here's how the game works. There will be 7 rounds. Each round covers a decade. Each decade will have 2 questions, one about pop culture and one about news. Whoever buzzes first gets to answer, but you must wait to answer until I finish reading the question. If you get it right, you get the points. If you don't get it right, your opponent gets to steal. The further we go back into the decades, the more points the questions will be worth. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to start in the 2010s. All right, so our first decade is the 2010s. We're going to start in the news category. In 2012, where was the U.S. consulate that was attacked, resulting in the death of 4 Americans? Jared.
Benghazi.
Yes, correct. All right, now for pop culture. What movie won the Oscar for Best Picture in 2014? 2014. Jared.
Birdman?
No. You guys want to steal?
The Revenant?
No.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
All right, the answer is 12 Years a Slave.
Oh.
All right, so we made it through the 2010s. Now we're going to go on to the 2000s. All right, our first question is news. What hurricane devastated the southeastern United States in 2005? Deanna?
Hurricane Katrina?
Yep, that's correct. All right, and now for pop culture. What year did Janet Jackson have a wardrobe malfunction at the Super Bowl? Jared?
2001.
No. Yeah, you got it. You want to guess?
2009?
Nope. In between?
2003.
Oh, so close. The right answer is 2004.
Dang it. Maybe like because I was 9.
Oh, maybe, yeah. All right.
I don't know.
You'll get the next one. You guys got it. All right, so that's it for the 2000s. Now we're going to go back before the turn of the century. Are you ready for the 90s?
Yeah.
Keep dancing into the thing. All right, now we're in the 1990s. We're going to start with news. In what year was the World Wide Web introduced to the public?
1998?
No. Anyone else?
1996?
Nope. Earlier.
1995.
Nope. The correct answer is 1991.
Oh,
wow.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
All right, let's do, maybe you guys will get the pop culture one for this. What hit song was released by the Spice Girls in 1996?
Waterfalls? Wait, wrong one.
No. Anyone want to steal?
Is it like Wanna Be?
Yes, that's correct. All right, now that we got through the 90s, it's time to move on to the 80s, officially before you guys were born. I cannot read that. All right, now we're in the 80s. These questions might be getting a little trickier, but you guys are doing great, so keep it up. For the news questions, who attempted to assassinate President Ronald Reagan in 1981?
Oh my god, he just got out of the institution.
Anyone? Any guesses? No guesses? All right. The correct answer is John Hinckley Jr.
Dang it.
All right, for pop culture. What year was the wedding of Prince Charles and Princess Diana? We're in the 80s, remember.
1884?
Nope.
1984?
No, I would have taken it, but that's not correct.
1986?
Nope, earlier.
1982. 1982.
Oh, so close. The correct answer was 1981.
We're really bad at guessing.
It's all right, guys. You are doing great. Let's check in with our co-host Rachel to see what the score is.
Okay, so we have Jared with 5 points. We have Deanna with 10 points. And we have Amanda with 15 points.
We were so close, guys.
I'm so good.
All right. Thanks, Rachel. We'll be right back after this break where we get into the 70s. Don't go anywhere.
We should do that fake like.
It's going great. Good job. Good job. Oh no. Welcome back to Decades. Before we get back into the competition, I want to ask you guys a question. If you could go back to any decade, what would it be and why?
I would probably pick the 80s.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of the music, and it seems like a very vibrant time.
Yeah.
So.
I would pick the 1960s because of the music and the culture and the outfits.
Of course. What about you?
I would pick 1920s just to see what it's like and flap my way around.
Nice. All right. So you guys ready to get back into the competition?
Yeah.
All right. So we're in the 1970s, and the questions are going to be worth 30 points in this round. Our first question is news. On November 14th, 1970, there was a fatal plane crash involving a football team from what college?
Marshall?
Yeah, correct.
Cool.
All right, now for pop culture. What famous musician died on August 16th, 1977?
John Lennon?
No. Anyone want to steal?
1977. No, I have nothing.
No.
No? All right, the correct answer was Elvis Presley.
Oh.
I know. All right, so we're moving on to the 1960s now. I guess my questions are hard. Sorry.
I think we need some cheats. Someone should just give one of us the answer.
All right, so we're in the 1960s now, and we're going to start with a news question. What year did the Black Panther Party form?
1963.
Nope. Little bit. Anyone want to steal?
1965.
No, so close.
1964.
No, 1966. We
Is that what
were
you
close.
said?
We were close. All right,
Later.
now for pop culture. You guys got the pop culture. You guys are good at that. Who wrote the novel To Kill a Mockingbird in 1960?
Harper Lee.
Yes, that is correct. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. We're going to go into our last round. The contestants with the most points at the end of this round move on to our speed round. We're going to go all the way back to the 1950s. All right, so our first question is going to be news. In what year did Rosa Parks refuse to give up her seat?
1962.
No, we were in the 50s.
Oh. Do I get another guess?
No, if you can, if they don't get it when they steal.
Okay.
Do you guys want to steal? Any guesses?
You go for 1952.
No? A little later?
1954.
Nope. Jared, I'll give you one more chance.
1958.
No, the correct answer was 1955.
Dang it.
All right. So, our next question is pop culture. The Dr. Seuss book, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, was published in 1957. What other famous Dr. Seuss book was also published in the same year?
Green Eggs and Ham.
No. Yes! You are correct. All right. So, that's the end of our first 7 rounds. Let's get a score check with our co-host, Rachel.
That was embarrassing.
Jared has 75 points. Deanna has 10 points. And Amanda has 65 points.
Together we're you.
All right, so it looks like Jared and Amanda are going to move into the speed round. Stay tuned after the break to see them duke it out over trivia from all the decades. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Decades. We're about to go into our speed round. So this is how it works. I'll ask you a question and you have 2 seconds to give the right answer. You keep going until you get one wrong. If you do, the question goes to your opponent and they keep going until they get it wrong. Then it goes back to you and so forth. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Jared, you're in the lead, so we'll start with you first. What hit TV sitcom had 6 main characters and ran for 10 seasons from 1994 to 2004?
Friends.
Yes, correct. All right, next question. What city hosted the 2014 Winter Olympics?
Vancouver.
No, not correct. Lucille?
2014, you said?
Yeah. All right, that's 2 seconds is up, so we'll go back to you, Jared, for our next question. What fast food chain opened in 1955?
McDonald's.
Yes, correct. The next question, who was the director of the film Psycho?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yes, correct. All right, next question. In what year did the Beatles make their debut?
1960.
Yes, that is correct. All right, the next question. Who was the first woman elected Speaker of House in 2007?
Nancy Pelosi.
All right, that's correct. All right, and our last question. What year did Marilyn Monroe die?
1963.
It's not correct. Do you want to steal?
1969.
No, not correct. The correct answer was 1962, but that was our last question, so let's check in with Rachel and see who our winner is.
4, 5, 75 plus 5, 50 is like 125, I think.
All right.
Jared wins!
Good game.
Yeah.
So it looks like Jared wins. Congratulations, Jared. You just won Decades. Thanks for playing. You get to take home the prize, a code.
Oh my God.
And Lucky Charms. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for you guys for being here, and thanks for playing. Okay, congratulations, guys. I guess millennials know more than you think. I'm Anna Kabis. Thanks for watching. I thought you were saying hold.